If you want to improve your finances in 2025, it all starts with how you handle your paycheck the moment it hits your account. Check this out. I'm just going to leave that alone for right now and shake that off. All right, so seriously, did you know that some people believe that budgeting is just for people who are struggling to make ends meet? But that's not true. Even if you have a lot of money, you still need a plan for where that money is going. So in this video, I'm sharing my strategy and paycheck routine that allowed me to begin my retirement journey in my 40s. So let's go. Now, the tool that I use to plan my budget is Excel, but you could use whatever tool that you have access to or comfortable with using, even if it's just a pen and a piece of paper. This is the least important thing when it comes to budgeting. Before we jump into the Excel document, let me explain a few things to you. And I need you to stick with me because this will all connect once we get to the end of the video. So it's important that you watch all the way through so that you can get all that you need to get from watching this video. The first step in budgeting is having a goal. This is finding the why. Step one in the budgeting process is defining a goal or two or three. Whether it's booking a dream vacation, buying a home, being debt-free, or wanting to save $500 in the next 2 months so that you can buy a Gucci belt, whatever the goal is that you want to achieve. Now, if you are thinking about spending $500 on a Gucci belt, please make sure that you first, I'm just going to leave that alone for right now and shake that off. Seriously, having goals that you really care about can help motivate you to stick to a budget. Next, you want to identify the budgeting strategy that you'll be using, and this is where we're going to dive into today. There are many different types of diets out there, and the same goes for budgeting strategies. The strategy that I use is the zero-based budgeting strategy. Zero-based budgeting is when you give every dollar a job. This means you start with your income and then allocate every dollar to a specific category or goal. In my opinion, this is the black and white, no nonsense, it is what it is type plan. So let's jump into my Excel budgeting plan and I'll share my paycheck routine. Let's say I hypothetically get paid every 2 weeks. So that's 26 paychecks per year. And from each paycheck, my take-home pay is $2,000. Now, I'm somewhat of a smart guy, or so I like to think. So this $2,000 is what I have left over after I've contributed up to my employer's match in the company's 401k retirement plan. And I've also contributed the maximum allowed to my HSA account. And I'll talk more about how this connects to budgeting later on. So let's put a pin on this for right now and we'll come back to it. So keep watching. Here's my plan. So to give myself an advantage, I plan my annual budget around 24 paychecks instead of 26 paychecks. I have $2,000 every 2 weeks. From that $2,000, $1,000 goes towards my necessities such as food, shelter, transportation, etc. Now I have $1,000 left to work with, and this is where I put my plan into motion. Here are some examples of possible goals. Braces for little Johnny, which is going to cost $5,000. Maybe I want to fully fund my Roth IRA account this month, which is going to be $6,500. Maybe there's some repair that needs to be done with my home, which is going to cost $5,000. And also maybe I want to add $5,000 to my emergency savings account. And I want to go on vacation this year and it's going to cost me $2,000. So let's go ahead and start with the braces. Now the braces is going to cost $5,000. So what I would do is I would divide that $5,000 by 12 because there are 12 months in a year, which is going to be roughly around $416.67. Now, because I get paid bi-weekly, I would divide that amount by 2, which is going to be $208.34. So from my 24 bi-weekly paychecks, $208.34 is going to be subtracted from that $1,000. So the balance is going to be $791.66. Next is the Roth IRA. Again, $6,500 is fully funding my Roth IRA. So I'll divide that by 12, which is going to give me roughly $541.67. Again, I get paid bi-weekly, so I'll divide that by 2. So from my 24 bi-weekly paychecks, $270.84 is going to be deducted, which is now going to bring my balance down to $520.82. The same concept for home repair, emergency savings, and vacation. By the time we get down to vacation, again, I want to save $2,000 for my vacation. I'll divide that by 12 because there's 12 months in a year. So it's going to bring me to, it's going to be roughly $166.67. Again, because I get paid bi-weekly, if I divide that by 2, each one of my 24 bi-weekly paychecks, $83.34 will be deducted. So from that $1,000, $208.34 is going to be deducted. $270.84 is going to be deducted. $208.34 is going to be deducted. $208.34 is going to be deducted again. And for my vacation, $83.34 will be deducted, which is going to bring me to a grand total of available funds every 2 weeks of $20.80. That's what I'm going to have at the end of all my disbursements. Every 2 weeks, $20.80. $20 to do with whatever I want to do for the next 2 weeks. Can you make it with $20 for 2 weeks? Let me know in the comments below. Now, if you're saying, but Anthony, where do you get money from to have some fun? Well, I'm going to share that with you shortly. First, I need you to listen to me, friends. And this is very important. So just give me about 30 seconds to say this. Budgeting is more personal than a lot of people realize. As a personal finance counselor, I know that creating a budget that truly works for someone requires taking into account their unique situation, goals, income, and expenses. There's no one-size-fits-all solution. When you are planning your budget, it's important that you're honest with yourself and that you're setting realistic goals. If you have kids and pets, it's important that you have some flexibility in your budget, because when it comes to kids and pets, they're usually surprises, and our loved ones deserve some extra effort and expense. That said, if you're enjoying the video so far, please hit that like button and subscribe so that I can continue bringing videos like this to help you meet your financial goals. Now, by getting paid every 2 weeks, I receive 26 paychecks each year. But as mentioned earlier, I create my budget based on 24 paychecks. So for the year, I would pretty much have $2,000 to reward myself any way my heart desires. Now, earlier on, we put a pin on how to stick to the budget that you create. So let's take that pin out now. Now, the strategy I found to be successful is automation. I have 2 main bank accounts, a checking account at a local bank and an online account. At work, I would have my direct deposit split into these 2 accounts. $1,000 goes into the local checking account and $1,000 goes into the online savings account. All my necessities are paid from the local checking account. Some payments are made through auto draft and others made manually. Now for the online savings account, once the $1,000 reaches the account, it's split out into 5 separate buckets. I have a bucket called Roth IRA, one called emergency savings, one called home repair, one called Johnny Braces, and one called vacation. So those 5 buckets are funded automatically, and at the end of the year, all my goals are fully met. Imagine this. A year from now, you're looking at your life realizing every dollar you earned had a purpose. Your goals were met, your dreams turned into plans, and your plans became reality, all because you took the time starting today to create a budget that works for you. Budgeting is about freedom. Freedom to have the ability to get your kids the braces they need. Freedom in knowing that your emergency fund is there. It's about the joy of living a life of financial freedom, of having a peace of mind in knowing that your financial future is taken care of. You deserve to feel in control of your money instead of letting it control you. Every little step that you take today, no matter how small, is a step towards the life that you want tomorrow. Once I understood this, I was able to achieve financial freedom. And if you want to achieve financial freedom, click on the on-screen video and I'll see you there.